Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I'm Mage 1011, and today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV post Dawntrail main scenario quest, and I just realized I have not opened my thing. And okay, my audio is being heard. I need to open my thing, my thingy thing, my avatar thing. There we go. And without further ado, let's get started. Last time we went through some of this quests, we lost Geode. We also found an underground complex, and finally, we know where Calyx is hiding, inside the Mezzo Terminal. Oh, someone's at my door. BRB. Sorry about that, I was needed for something, but now we can... But yeah, now we can continue on. Let's talk to the people. Clement. It's time to put an end to this. Calyx won't stop until we stop him. The solution isn't the best out there, but at least you've come back to us safe and sound. Shiel has been out of sorts ever since we got back. I don't think she liked what Calyx said, but don't worry, I'll do my best to cheer her up. It was my other self who entrusted you with the key. Though she could not change who she was, the consequences of her final choice linger, empowering us to shape the future. I passed on a short version of events to our comrades so that we can all prepare for the challenges ahead. Damn that bastard Calyx. He waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. And that infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyways, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge could come in handy in the days to come. Though I may not be able to contribute much to a direct confrontation. I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. It's a shame that punching an endless does no damage. I'd love to rearrange that serene face of his. One of our own. Ffxiv is resolved to take part in the coming battle. Mage, we've briefed Arenville on everything that has happened and sent word to the others. We've now but to consider what our next action will be. Calix has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels much like riding face first into an ambush, I have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the mesoterminal, then that is where we must go. While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calix, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Ffxiv I may have become. But most importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. Of course, but no reckless heroics. Yes, I understand. I promise not to subject myself to, or the party, to needless danger. I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons. It hardly needs saying, but your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle. So adamant were Alize and the others on this point that they have already left for a living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby in the back rooms. I really want to go with you, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends. Oh, Mage. Kryl and I think that we should talk to Gessen before we leave for living memory. Under Calix's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's security for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gessen will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. Come, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. Let's see, resolution. Is my plan to finish the story today, if not on the next stream. Government officials must be fielding demands from all quarters. I do not envy Gessen's position. The air is thick with unease, with a sense of unease, not least around Gessen himself. I see Gessen's wearing an irregular. He'll have some thoughts to share on the subject, I wager.
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us, for a start. For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Ffxiv and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help.
Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossan, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence. Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is. No, that wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Calm down, Ffxiv.
Amity, you used her name.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Ffxiv has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are, that must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
It's a relief to be free from my indecision. Until I had removed my regulator, I hadn't realized quite how heavy it weighed upon me. Ffxiv must be overjoyed to be so welcomed by her countrymen. For their sake, we should bring her back safely. I'm glad we were able to hear the will of Alexandria's people, of the Alexandrian people. Now it falls to us to see the rest of it through. Everyone was so warm and welcoming. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. How glad I am to be home. Thank you, Gasson. That decision must have been difficult to make. If only I could claim the courage to do so came from within. The final push came from the Alexandria citizens, and their bravery to take the first step towards change. Speaking of which, can I ask you to lock that neo-regulator away where no one can get it? That should prevent the registration from reaching target numbers. I should be glad to do so, but I fear it would be to no avail. According to our most recent survey, the number of neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. I'm surprised the surplus units are. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who had a change of heart, or are otherwise hesitant to register. That does sound like something Calix would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point delaying the inevitable. On to living memory.
Things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Speak with Yostola at Lano Minima. Let's speak to the others first. Coming here reminds me of my parents, of the courage they gave me. 'Tis good to rejoin you all. I needed to step away briefly that I might make arrangements for a certain precautionary measure. We've all been so busy. It seems an age since last we gathered in such a manner. I must say, we do make for a formidable group. Seems Alphinaud and Alize were the ones who to explain to Kona our need to enter the cenote. He urged us to be extremely careful, of course. I had scarcely awakened here when I fell unconscious. Now that I can fully enjoy the gentle silence of this place, it brings tears to my eyes. Last time I had to wait in the cenote, but there's nothing to stop me from joining this fight. 'Tis good to see our comrades Hale and Guard get girded for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There were no changes of note, aside from with the meso-terminal itself. Why, what happened to the meso-terminal? There was a the wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no ingress when last we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrode. All to facilitate his most generous invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I am eager to accept. For the sake of all who live in Alexandria, I will not yield nor leave them to despair. A terminal invitation. Yestola would proceed to the meso terminal. I believe everyone determined to be here is present and accounted for. Shall we make our way to the terminal? We shouldn't wish to keep our insistent hosts waiting. Let's talk to the others and then we'll come out. I remember little of my awakening. The paralysis yet lingered and my eyes could barely focus. Living memory is steeped in the dense lightning aether of the ninth. This pervasive energy must be what the terminal utilizes as a power source. So this is where the former queen's memories were stored, and she herself tried to erase them, even as an endless. Her resolve was so strong that she would kill her heart to become the cold machine she believed she needed to be. When we shut down the minor terminals, we watched as the endless faded away. I do not believe that this was a performance staged to deceive us. As for the meso terminal, however, it had already gone dark by the time we had returned from the virtual domain. while I am loath to admit it, it's possible the true appearance was hidden from us in our absence, which is why we must bring this tale to its determined denouement by our own hands. It hadn't occurred to me that one might physically enter the terminal, although I suppose it makes sense when you think about it. A structure for creating Endless would have required maintenance administered by corporeal hands. An endless existence for the evolution of mankind. I understand what he strives for, but not what drives him to do so with such ruthlessness. Well, we're here again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon awakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. I was so frightened at first, I couldn't recognize a single thing, and thought everyone I had loved had gone to dust. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same. For that, I give thanks to Otis and Selenia and their royal knights, who laid their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. And I thank my other self, who so loved this kingdom of ours. And I thank all of you for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms to face and fight for once more. So let us make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear. The kind and gentle Queen Ffxiv was too weak to save her people, so she will serve them no more. Freed from consciousness, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria and a devourer of worlds. Let's say we will rise to the challenge that the Endless Fiend could not. That we shall. Her wish to see Alexandria endure is one I am happy to fulfill. Let's head inside and finish this. In the upper reaches of this terminal awaits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climb and destroy it once and for all. We must bring matters to a decisive end. We will not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm, nor claim the key. The Queen entrusted it to Mage for a good reason. Besides, 'twould be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential. Apparently Calyx thinks he's taken your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. I wholeheartedly concur, yet would still counsel caution. that he would be so bold as to extend an invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in his preparation. Come, friends, we set forth into the meso-terminal of Dreaming Endless. Into the midst of Dreaming Endless. Now, I am not good at this dungeon. A particular fight in this dungeon kills me every single time, so I would not be able to do this with a party of NPCs. So let's queue up for the Dungeon Finder. Not that. The Meso-terminal. The lights of living memory no longer shine, and the Meso-terminal at its center stands silent amidst the wasteful echoes of lives once lived, a monument to the existence of the Alexandria people, as well as a resting place for their memories. It is within this soaring spire that Calyx maintains his stronghold. The self-proclaimed architect of mankind's evolution has invited you to confront him in the upper reaches of the terminal, an invitation you must accept lest his atrocities continue to escalate. Step into the structure's glowing interior and begin your weary ascent through the midst of the Dreaming Endless. Let's see if any of my friends can help me. Well, let's go look around. Chonkaburb. Well, I guess we can go do some stuff while we... It's always the dungeons that get me. Let's see if we can get some better gear. While we wait. We need a necklace, a ring. No, we have a ring. So a necklace, chest, legs. Can't get chest, can't get legs, so we can get a necklace though. Wait, those wrists. Oh, fuck. Dang it, wrong thing. Babe. Bad. Oh, there we go.
Ah, you've come. I'll begin by wearing you down. I've created new endless for you. Not all are warriors, but they will follow orders. Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage for battle. The memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Let's see. Oh.
Oh, you've overburdened the system. No matter, it served its purpose.
Oh, over here.
Next, we visit a prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight. These are loyal executioners. They shall deal appropriately with criminals. Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it? Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not... There we go. Okay. I am not good at this. I'm clearly very not good at this. This is why I didn't do this with a party of NPCs, is because anytime the main player goes down, the entire fight restarts. Whoops, I misclicked.
Beginning to tire? Good. I bid you continue on.
Everyone on the stream can see my failings. Good.
Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well. The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom. Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one. Recall the anguish you felt when you faced death, and rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Memory meld. Immortal remains.
Rise and meet the foe before you. An amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict. The war swells in scope and intensity. The bombs rain down without pause or mercy. The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash.
Okay, where are they running?
Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
There we go.
Ffxiv?
The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Calix!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless Creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self, and should not be diluted. We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask, why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
A summoning.
What now? What was that? A chill? No, something else. I feel so cold. So weak.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
I got it! I got one! $4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just in time. Now to register. Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
I'll give it back! I don't want to die. I don't want to die. You think that's what I want? Huh?
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold. Make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the... What's going on?
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty. To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
What is that?
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques? Keep these close.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
Do you still mean to stand against me?
Yes, you smug bastard. I mean to win. The key will never be yours.
That remains to be seen.
With that, we've unlocked the Ageless Necropolis. Now, we could enter the Ageless Necropolis with the NPCs. However, that never goes well for me. Although we can take a look at what their classes would be if we were to enter with each role. If I was a DPS, we would have Wukamat as an intrepid tank, Graha as an all-rounder tank, Alphanode as a sage healer, and Y'shtola as a sorceress healer. Then we would have Sphene as a Zeomancer, Krell as a Picatomancer, and Alizé as a Red Mage. Let's see what would happen if we were a tank. If we were a tank, we would have Wukamat as an intrepid tank. Then we would have Graha switch to a healer. Then looks like Alphanode is always a healer. Then we would have the rest as DPS. If we were a healer, and you can see the party format there. However, I can only be DPS as this, and we're going to the Ageless Necropolis. By entrusting their memories of the departed loved ones to the cloud, Alexandrians have long escaped the grief of separation. The beings thus faced with forced to confront the realities of mortal existence, what then fills their hearts was a dark and unreasoning terror. Harnessing this heightened fear of death for his own ends, a genius of an age gone by now channels the people's desperate prayers for succor into a new primal incarnation. It falls to the warrior of light to stand unflinching in the face of fear made manifest, and claim victory over the inexorable entity. Let's do it! Let's get some screenshots. But yeah. There are hands everywhere. But yeah, we are taking on the ageless Necropolis. Take a good long look at this thing. We're just waiting for the ageless necropolis to pop. Should be soon. There we go. Grasping entity. Nocron.
Those who obstruct evolution shall suffer the rotting fate of all flesh.
Let's do this!
You are bound by the limits of flesh. It will betray you. Drag them to their graves. There. Do you not see? Death is upon you. Perhaps this. Kill them. Bothersome. Kill them. Fear compounds fear, eroding your strength. I will reduce you to ether.
Wow, that is hard.
You will die for me now. Accepting death is the greatest sin a life can commit. The endless darkness engulfs you.
Ooh, I barely made it.
Still alive. But there are ways to change that. There. Those who do not resist death deserve it. I am prepared for you. Kill them. Fight, if you must. There. You struggle in vain.
Jeez.
Once the terror takes root, it will only continue to grow. Kill them. Fear compounds fear, eroding your strength. I will reduce you to ether. Those who do not resist death deserve it. I am prepared for you. Kill them.
Yeah, nice. Whew. Time for cutscene.
Is it over?
Now, the memory bank.
It's shielded.
I invited you to destroy it. I did not say I would let you. It is clear your strength cannot be gauged by ordinary means. But I anticipated as much.
What did you do to it?
The ignorance is almost laughable. You do not understand that you yourselves are to blame. You brought death to my creation. What do you suppose happens when a being manifested by the fear of dying experiences that terror firsthand? It grows stronger.
I feel it again. That same weakness.
It will rise again and again until the lightning which infuses this entire world has been drained to its last spark. You fight a losing battle.
God damn you.
Harnessed in this manner, does it not demonstrate just how powerful mankind's aversion to death truly is? You will not prevail against this foe. I, meanwhile, will continue my crusade against mortality. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. That is the promise I offer.
So long as our memories endure. This is wrong, Calyx. You twist the meaning of those words. They are not meant to teach the living that physical death is nothing to fear. They are meant to offer comfort to those we leave behind. I know that litany all too well. I heard it time and time again over the course of the war. Help me, Shale. I must speak to Alexandria. Make my voice heard.
Nahe, don't you recognize me? Nahe!
What's happening? What's wrong with them? What will become of us?
Fellow Alexandrians, please, heed my words.
What now? Another broadcast? I know that voice.
Death can be frightening and terrible. I understand the desire to forget, to seek eternal life and be freed from fear. Yet, we live in this world in the here and now, the bearers of memories varied and rich. Our worries can weigh heavy, and there may be nights when the darkness feels like more than we can bear. But if we can endure those dark hours, the world will always brighten come the dawn. And in the chill of that new morning, will the memories of loved ones be there to warm us and carry us forward? So do not forget their passing. Let them be our courage. Fear not a life well lived. For one day, the memories we leave behind will be the warmth another needs when their morning finds them.
What is this reaction? An irregular factor in the equation. Eliminate her.
No, you don't!
Memories cannot be duplicated, but they can be transferred.
Leave the primal to us. Hurry, and take care of that memory bank.
I gave her my word! I promised I would protect her people!
And we will protect them! Together! Ah!
Ah!
The others.
Fun fact about this animation, each class does it differently. Each class has a different animation. Even Scholar and Summoner have different animations for this, which is impressive.
careful. You're badly hurt. You'd be lucky if you only broke a bone or two. It won't be long until your fever rises. We need to see you back to Tulayolol and into the care of a chirurgeon.
I kept my promise.
Thank you, Lamity.
And with that, I think we're gonna end the stream here for today. We've gone through quite a bit and seen almost all of what remains. So I hope you guys enjoyed my stream. I hope you guys stop by again. Until next time, I've been Mage 1011. I'll see you guys then. Bye!